Good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of the panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, February 8th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette, and I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Pekoski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular meeting and we have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. So we'll turn first to docket number 21-1221. PURA's implementation of process and procedures for conduit excavations for telecommunications service providers and broadband internet access service providers. We'll turn to Mr. Steve Kaposian to present the decision to the panel of commissioners for our consideration, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, commissioners. In this decision before the panel this morning, the authority would establish an application process and approval process for the construction of conduit excavations in the public rights of way by telecommunications providers and broadband internet access service providers. Section 5 of Public Act 21-159, which was codified as Connecticut General Statutes 16-330G, directed the authority to develop such an application and approval process to ensure the timely and non-discriminatory underground excavations for those providers. Section 5 of the Public Act 21-159 required that applications have certain technical requirements, such as for things like conduit sizing, manhole and handhole spacing, capabilities to install additional fiber cables, and so forth. A key portion of the decision for the commissioners this morning outlines a process for providers that are intending to perform underground excavation to notify other providers and offer an opportunity to share excavation and/or conduit or other construction activities and costs. A key principle of this process is to minimize the need for future excavations at the same location. This would minimize disruption to communities during construction and lessen disturbances to road construction. This process requires that providers, also requires that providers would meet Connecticut Department of Transportation notification requests of up to 90 days if applicable. And to ensure that this process is effective, there's a requirement that providers and other public service companies maintain up-to-date contact information. This up-to-date contact information would make sure this process is effective, but it also would be beneficial to the Department of Transportation as they would have a more complete and comprehensive list of entities that perform construction in the public rights of way. Furthermore, to better ensure that the need for future excavations are minimized, the process implements a 5-year moratorium. This is at the request of the Connecticut Department of Transportation. This 5-year moratorium would apply to excavations on recently completed DOT projects, on certain DOT projects where notification has gone out to other providers. Emergent excavations would be exempt from this moratorium, and that the details around that are specified in this decision. But that would include things for like emergency restorations. And finally, the authority established a process and timeline by which it would review and approve the applications, and then also confirm that the requirements of the application in this decision were met following completion of construction. So that concludes my summary of the decision before the panel today. I want to thank the commissioners for their time, and I recommend the decision for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Kaposi. Is there a motion?
Move adoption, Madam Chairman.
And I second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pekoski?
Yes.
Commissioner Karen?
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We'll turn next to docket number 220802, the annual residential renewable energy solutions program review, year 2. Mr. Will Taylor, please could present the decision, motion rolling for the commission's consideration.
Good morning. In this decision in docket 220802, the authority adopts with modifications the recommendations of the application process working group report into the residential renewable energy solutions or RRES program. Specifically in this decision, the authority approves the consensus changes proposed by the working group to consolidate the required application documents. and update the terms and conditions and disclosure forms to include a customer acknowledgement that they have reviewed the electric distribution companies, or EDCs, RRES educational webpage and historic rate and cost data. On February 10th, 2021, the authority issued an interim decision in docket number 200701, establishing renewable energy tariffs for residential customers for each EDC effective January 1, 2022 through December 31st, 2027. As outlined in the interim decision, the authority is to initiate a docket annually for RRES program review. The authority conducted the first annual RRES program review in docket number 210802, issuing decisions on October 6th, 2021, January 5th, 2022, and June 8th, 2022. The authority conducted the second annual RRES program review in this docket, docket 220802, issuing a decision on November 2nd, 2022. In docket 220802, during a technical meeting held on August 26, 2022, stakeholders proposed that the authority direct the EDCs and the solar industry to work together to develop solutions to streamline the RRES application process. During a second technical meeting held September 6, 2022, stakeholders advocated for a working group process to develop application process improvements. On September 15, 2022, the authority issued a notice of procedural order directing the EDCs to establish a working group to identify improvements to streamline the RRES application process and file a report with the authority on the proposed application process changes. In the procedural order, the authority stated it would issue a decision on the relevant section of the working group report. This decision is in response to the working group report. Based on input from the working group, another key element of this decision includes approval to update the terms and conditions to include an acknowledgement for sharing home energy assessment and electricity data, and approval to allow any RRES system installed before January 1, 2024 to operate without a utility-owned production meter until June 2024. Additionally, the decision provides direction to the EDCs on providing a plan for electronic signatures to provide program applicants all important RRES information in a single experience to better ensure customers are informed of the relevant financial data and educational materials. Direction is also provided on developing a plan for identifying and removing duplicate RRES applications to improve program administration. And further, direction is provided to the EDCs on filing a proposal to allow customers with existing solar systems to install additional solar capacity and energy storage under the BIAL tariff. Ultimately, today's decision is another step in streamlining the RRES application process and enhancing the alignment between the entire RRES program with the program objectives, and in particular objectives 1, 2, and 4, to ensure the sustained orderly development of the state solar industry, ensure program accessibility for customers, and achieve a 100% zero carbon electricity grid by 2040. Staff recommends approval, and thank you for this time this morning.
Mr. Taylor, is there a motion?
Move adoption.
And a second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, if we could please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pekoski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
And yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We'll turn to docket number 230202, the 2023 PURA report to the General Assembly regarding the Energy Efficiency Partners Program. And we have Ms. Dumaine with us.
Good morning, Commissioners. This report is submitted pursuant to Section 16-243V, subsection I of the General Statutes of Connecticut, which directed the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority to establish a program to allow persons to apply for certification and funding as a Connecticut Electric Efficiency Partner beginning in 2008. Connecticut General Statute Section 16-243V, subsection I, allowed EEPs, the acronym for Electric Efficiency Partner, to request and receive funding only in response to a request for proposals issued by the authority after February 1st, 2010. On October 19th, 2019, the authority closed the open season request for EEP proposals in light of planned discussions relating to the future EEP program design in docket number 17-1203 REO5, PURA investigation into the distribution system planning of electric distribution companies, innovation pilots. The decision issued on March 30th, 2022 in docket number 17-1203 REO5 established the Innovative Energy Solutions Program, which now serves as the successor of the EEP program. This report addresses the EEP applications that were approved up to 2020 and describes the activities in the IES program dockets, including docket number 220807 Innovative Energy Solutions Program Cycle 1, which was initiated in December of 2022 through January 31st, 2023. Since the EEP program's inception, the authority has received a total of 34 applications and approved 25 applications. The approved applications include 11 applications to become an EEP partner, 5 applications to recognize a new technology or technologies, and 10 grant-only applications. The Innovative Energy Solutions Program began accepting concept proposals on January 31st, 2023. Updates on the proposals received in the Innovative Energy Solutions Program will be provided in the 2023 report issued in 2024. This report is due to the General Assembly on February 15th, 2023. I'd like to thank the panel for their time and recommend approval.
Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
And second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pakowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes our regular calendar. I'll turn next to our consent calendar, in which there are 7 items. Is there a motion with respect to the consent calendar, please?
There is a motion, Madam Chairman. I would move adoption of today's consent calendar, items 1 through 7.
I second it, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, gentlemen. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Pakowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted in full. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn. As a reminder, there is no regular meeting next Wednesday, February 15th. So we will reconvene for our next regular meeting on Wednesday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. Thank you and have a great day.